Hi. Because our prior meditation instruction tape was long enough that it was in two parts, I want to do another set of meditation instructions, basic meditation instructions that is briefer, hopefully containing sufficient information to help you out. Now this is the instruction on shamatha, or calm abiding, not the whole of meditation practices, of course. The first thing, of course, you need is a stable position. You sit in the cross-legged position. Like I said, most of us in the West cannot sit in the lotus, and that's fine. You can sit what's called the half lotus, which is one leg over the thigh of the other, usually the right over the left thigh, or the quarter lotus, which is one calf in front of the other, or even the American Indian position, cross-legged. Now, I have here a statue that shows the position of the back as well. Here's the front. This is the meditative Buddha, by the way. You can see the stable lotus position, which most of us will not use, and then the back is straight, relaxed but straight, it is said, like a pile of golden coins. The chin is slightly tucked in, and you pretend that there's a stream in the top of the head pulling the head up. So positions like this. Not rigid, but relaxed. At the same time, the gaze is lowered. When it is lowered, it may look like the eyes are closed, but they are actually 4 to 6 feet ahead in an unfocused manner. And the background that you look at should be fairly neutral. Also, a completely white wall that's too glaring. At the Zen Center in Rochester, they used to use burlap, which has a patterning and a sort of a beige tan color, which is more neutral actually than white. At the same time, in the Tibetan tradition, there's many colorful decorations, rugs, and so on. So, you use your judgment on that. Of course, you should have a small private space. It should be clean. If you have nothing else, you can have a corner of a room, even in an empty area, with a little bit of maybe a little flower, a little figure. It's not required you have an expensive Buddha figure or anything like that, or a candle, something to burn a little incense with if nobody's allergic. So that it's a focus for the mind as you sit to meditate. So the place should be clean. You yourself should be, preferably, take a bath, be clean, fresh. It's a symbol of the Buddha nature, which is always fresh and clean. It's kind of like the feeling of having taken a fresh shower. So in any case, you sit, position erect, the eyes. The mouth slightly open. It is said the width of a grain of rice. You can have the tip of the tongue touch the palate where the teeth meet the roof of the mouth. So that actually what it is prevents the mouth from drying. You breathe through mouth and nose. Natural breathing, don't force the breathing, make it deeper or less deep or whatever. And then when you focus on the out breath. This is the karma karya way to meditate, tough way to formulate meditation. So to sit, you sort of merge, don't try to focus on the physical feeling of the nostrils, the physical feeling of just the sort of feeling of a wave, movement outwards. As you breathe outwards, merge with the space in front of you. Then there's going to be a little gap, and then you breathe in. Drop the attention as you breathe in. Let it just breathe in. The body does that for you. There's no need to use the will to breathe in. You'll breathe out and merge into space. Out. The body breathes in. Breathe out again, merging with the space. You basically put your will or your attention on the out breath and drop the in breath. This is the karma karya way of meditating. Now what happens? As you do that, of course, you immediately will notice thoughts pull you in, emotions pull you in. When a thought pulls you in and distracts you, That's fine. Don't fight it. Don't try to suppress it. Don't try to get rid of it. Leave it be. Give it some space, as we say. Gently return to the breath. Soji Rinpoche used to say you should give 25% attention to the breath, 75% flowing, free floating. If you're German, 10%. Just a joke for him. If you're Italian, 50%. I'm Latin, so I should give it 50%. But there's a place where it's not too tight, not too loose. You stay with the out breath. But don't become rigidly concentrated, tight. That's the opposite of this meditation. Loosely, 50%, 30%, 25% of your concentration. Out breath. The rest hanging loosely. Just check out what's going on in breath. And if thoughts really distract you, if thoughts become strong, you can use a technique that Trungpa Rinpoche developed. You just label it thinking. Don't use it as a hammer to get rid of them, to destroy the thoughts or anything like that. Simply to acknowledge this is thinking, just like when a guest comes in to your party, you acknowledge guest and move on. You greet him politely, don't spend a whole lot of time on it, and let go. Touch and go. Touch and go. Light touch. You can do this on a schedule of sitting. For the typical schedule to come for the West is 20 minutes, which Rinpoche used to joke again is Western Standard Time. So you could meditate 20, 30 minutes once a day or twice a day. If you're doing this twice a day, you have a regular practice that can take you a long way. If you're really, really dedicated, you sit 2 hours, up to 2 hours a day. Even monks don't sit a whole lot more than that because they spend a lot of time on ritual, work, activities. So, that's a big block of time if you have time to allow that much. But if you can do a half hour a day, that's a very good start. You can go years on that. And then consider moving to 20 to 30 minute periods twice a day. This time of meditation. Again, this calm abiding, it will allow you the opportunity to get some tranquility of mind and move on to Vipassana, which is more insight. And when you start calm abiding, you might find that you discover your mind is very cluttered with thoughts. You thought you never pay attention to your mind, thought your mind was clear. Now you find, my God, when I meditate, it gets worse. It's more cluttered. Don't think so. Don't give up at this point. What happens is you're beginning to see it. Soji Rinpoche compared this to taking a shower for the first time. And when you take your shower for the first time, all the dirt starts running off, and you panic and run away from the shower, out of the shower. So after a period of time, your mind will calm. Now, of course, the best is to practice with an instructor, with a meditation master, but you can go a long way with a simple shamatha practice. So this is it. I think we made it under 10 minutes. So I wish you well. Have a great practice, and Tashi Dele.